Here it is. Here it is. Welcome to another edition of Big Oo's Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting down the top 20 reggae songs, man, according to reggaevibes.com. Plus, we're talking to our guest, Shockie G. And you guys, let's get started with this countdown. The number 20 song comes from Janae. This song is called You Changed Me. Let's get into it. You Changed Me by Janae on Big O's Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was a number 19 song, Samurai featuring Kabaka, Pyramid, and Cableton. This song was called Wrath. We're talking to our guest, Shockie G. Shockie G, what's going on with you?
What's going on? What's going on?
Tell my listeners about yourself.
Well, I am a poet and slam artist out of Pittsburgh, PA, two-time Grand Slam winning champion.
Wow.
I'm newly an author with my book In Lieu of Flowers, published with Red and Green
Wow.
Books. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know what all you want to know.
How did you get into poetry?
um, I've actually been writing poetry most of my life. I had someone I considered an uncle who was an amazing writer, who
Okay.
I used to sit at the kitchen table with and listen to his poems and kind of try to write my own back in the day. But as far as trying, professionally, I would say since about 2009.
Wow, that is so cool. Wow. And what made you really want to get into it professionally?
Well, the seeing kind of the resurgence of a lot of other poets, like Rudy
Mhm.
Francisco is an example. Sabrina Benaim, like just to name a few, seeing their success and the fact that it was becoming more accepted, um, made me want to kind of take it to that level.
Oh, that's cool. How many poems have you written? Can you
Oof,
count
oof.
them?
um, I'm not sure. I got this book that I just put out has about 120 of them in there. I have a
Wow.
self-published book from a while ago that has about 40 of them. My
Wow.
notes app has about 500, so I'm sure there's a good amount out there.
Wow. You just decided to publish your first. Is this not your first book? This is not your first published book, is it?
It is my first published. I did one like a self-published chat book a while ago. This is my first like full professionally published collection.
Wow, that is so cool. You guys want to talk more to our guest, Shaki G, but let's get back into this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Dean Frazier. This song is called Belafonte Rock. Let's get into it. Belafonte Rock by Dean Frazier on Big Ooh Step 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 17 song by Pouring Rain by Ja Lama. And we're talking to our guest, the awesome poet and slam artist, Shaki G. And now, slam artist. You say you're a slam artist. How did you get into doing that?
Well, actually, I had just been going to open mics during the pandemic, and I came in contact with someone by the name of Josh Smalls, a poet and slam coach out of Carolina. And he
Hmm.
said, "I think you would be really great at this. You should try." And then I did try, and I was winning, so I've just been kind of doing it ever since.
That is so cool. Wow. You said you're a two-time winner.
Yes, of the Grand Slam. So each year they have one slam per month, and then at the end
Hmm.
of the year, whoever has the most points at the end of the year competes for the Grand Slam champion. So for 2 years in a row, I've won the Grand Slam.
Give me an example of one of your slams that your award-winning slam. I need to get an example.
One of the poems that I did.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. Let's see here. So one of my favorite ones is called America's Shame.
Hmm.
After an influx in shootings, schools have decided to ban backpacks. I guess they figure if children can carry the burden of America's shame, they can carry their books. Don't worry, they're banning most of the books anyway. This is what happens in a country afraid of its past. They hinge on the belief that children are the future, so they school to prison pipeline or class to casket them before they learn the truth. I was told that the pen is mightier than the sword, but this poem has nothing on an AK-47 wrapped in the Constitution. I don't care about an amendment when the men meant to protect us were treason like neckties, where their votes go, where the checks high. It didn't have to be like this. But I guess you save money on the coffin, the smaller it is. Call it the American discount. Do anything to save a dollar, but nothing to save a life. And then expecting progress out of Congress, and I can't digest the inaction. It sits on my stomach, mixes with grief until I throw up these poems. See, never throw up these hands because somebody's got to fight for something. Maybe if you, if we enter a school with a backpack full of poems and protests, maybe then they'll listen.
Oh, I like that. Snap, 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 snap. That was all shoot. Now that's why she's an award-winning slam poet. But you guys are going to talk more to our guest, Shockie G. I got more questions for her. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song comes from Kalia and Tanya Stevens. This song is called No Answer. Let's get into it. No Answer by Kalia and Tanya Stevens on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, y'all, that was the number 15 song, Timmy Love featuring Big Mountain, and the song was called Wake Up Everybody. I think that's a reggae version of Wake Up Everybody. Yeah, you remember that old song. But it's time to get into the first extra song of the week. First extra song of the week comes from my brother. I call him my brother from another mother. Even though he's Latino, he's still one of my. I still call him my little brother. He just recently celebrated his 20th year, and this is one of his. This is his brand new song. It's called Mountaintop. Let's get into it. Ronan Gray with Mountaintop on Big Stop 20 Countdown. You know I stole that from Soul Train. Yeah, you guys, that was Ronan Gray Mountaintop, and we're talking to our guest, Shockie G. I'm gonna tell you guys how we started interacting. We started interacting through put it in the chat, right? Put it in the chat with our guests, our past guests. Chance and once again Midnight. Yeah, so I was like, oh wow. And then we were in Nick's group together, weren't we? Before it dissipated. Dissipated. I don't know where we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into the politics of that. But and I was like, man, I want you to come on my show. And she just graciously agreed to come on the show. You're also so tell us what other organizations. I know you're involved in a women's organization. Tell me a little bit about that. Is it women poets, or tell me about that?
Yeah, it's a group of international women poets called Tesoro. It is ran by Stacy Dyson, and basically what it is, it's creating safe spaces for women and other marginalized groups to perform, specifically women and women. I'm trying to think of the way to say it. Identify those who identify as women,
Okay.
to be able to share. And we've got poets in Portugal, Canada, Africa, so all over. It's great.
How did you get involved in that group?
I had been to a few different open mics that Stacy was present at, and she, kind of pulled me to the side one day and said, "Hey, I really like what you're doing, and I'd like you to be a part of the group." So I joined.
Wow, that is so cool. And you also, how did you get published with Red and Green Books?
So Marissa Prada, she also has The Word Is Right, which does a lot of online open mics and workshops and things like that, especially during the pandemic. And I was attending those. And so we came across paths, and she said, do you have a book? And I said, well, other than like this thing I printed myself, no, I don't have an actual book. So this year, she invited me, she said, I really think you should have a book, and she has a press. So I went ahead and did that.
Oh, that is awesome. Were you able to attend her event this past September?
Yeah, she had the New Mexico Poetry Slam, and I was able to go to that. It
I miss
was a great experience, awesome experience. If
oh,
anyone's out there,
wow.
I definitely we're doing it again next year. So definitely get your tickets and go out to that.
This time, because at first I thought it was in June. I went out there for my birthday. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then I was like, dang.
Okay.
She changed it last minute. She changed it to December. I'm not December, but September. I actually got a chance to meet her. She was really nice. I missed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back out there and see everybody. But it's not about me. It's about you. Shocky G. I'm gonna ask you one. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna wait for this question. I'm gonna wait till I come back, and we're gonna ask you this question. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 14 song comes from Richie Spice. This song is called Real Love. Let's get into it. Real Love by Richie Spice on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, y'all, we did a three in a row for you. Did number 14 was Richie Spice with Real Love. Number 13 was Goodness of God by Christopher Martin. Number 12 was Christopher Ellis with Stick Together. And now, we usually do a comedy corner, but we're going to spotlight. We're going to have Marissa. See, Lord forgive me, Shocky G. We're going to have her do one of her poems from her book. Come
Okay.
on with it. This is now we're gonna call it the poetry corner. So come on with it.
There you go. Um, I will read the last one in the book.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Broken Hearted Rant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just about the last relationship I was in.
Okay.
I've had too many women sell me a dream with their eyes open. I haven't been sleeping much anyway. I've emptied out my piggy bank heart for nothing, searching around for coupons as if saving something would make me feel alive again. Somewhere under this kaleidoscope moonlight, I've been trying to bury something other than myself. But depression doesn't work that way. I know. So I've stopped digging. I'm afraid to find bones that look too much like the skeletons in my closet, y'all. I'm haunted by the idea of heartbreak. I got lonely ghosts passing through these walls that feel like prison bars. I'm just tallying the number of days till I find freedom. You told me once, no matter where we were, if we looked at the moon, we could share a moment. But I've learned the further south you go, the moon is upside down. And I've been seeing
Mm-hmm.
stranger things in my upside down. And up till now, if you asked me what love looked like, I would say they were 5'2" and beautiful, at least through rose colored glasses and whiskey goggles. I'm not sure I'd recognize if they walked right past me. These days, I look at my feet when I'm walking anyway. I'm not trying to fall again. So I guess this is just another broken hearted rant from the tips of broken hearted hands. I'm sorry if I happen to bleed on you. But you know what they say: hurt people, and heal people. I have not yet healed. And maybe I am a needle and you are a blade. The only difference between a scar and a tattoo are the memories it leaves. Both fade over time. So cut me open again. Watch all the reasons I loved you hit the ground and bounce back, like hearts do, because they do bounce back. We are not glass houses. Even after the tsunami of heartbreak comes rumbling through, we are all still standing. I am still standing.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. And that's from your latest book, Hold It Up Again, in lieu
Yes.
of flowers. Why did you choose the title of the book that? What's the inspiration behind that title?
Well, there is a poem in the book with the same title. However,
Mm-hmm.
normally when people say in lieu of flowers, they're telling the people to find another way to honor the dead, right, or honor the
Yeah.
situation. And I think that my
Yeah.
poetry is another way to honor a lot of the different experiences that I deal with in my life, or relationships, or whatever the case may be. So that's why it's a collection of those flowers, um, honoring
Wow.
them.
How many poems are in the book?
130.
Dang, you were not playing with it. You were not playing with it. Usually a poetry book, I was like, I was expecting you to say like about 20, 30, maybe 40. Dang.
No,
How long did it take you? How long did it take you to like come up with that with all these poems?
about 2 years. about 2 years.
Wow. Wow, so you must have been constantly writing every day. Wow, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. But you know what? You know what? I want to get kind of. I'm gonna save. You know what? I'm gonna save this question for when I come back because I got so many questions I want to ask you now. You open yourself up, sister. You open yourself up. You open
Oh,
yourself up. So it's time for me to dig into it. But we're gonna dig into it when we come back. The number 11 song comes from Cecil and Christopher Martin. This song was called No Expectations. Let's get into it. No Expectations by Cecil and Christopher Martin on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 10 song, Runaway by Larvin. Now it's time to get into the second extra song of the week. A lot of people tell me I shouldn't play my songs on this countdown, but hey, I got something to say. It's my countdown, so I'm going to play it. This song is coming out at the end of this. Actually, it just came out yesterday. This song is called Coming At You Heavy. Let's get into it. Coming At You Heavy by me on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was my song. Coming At You Heavy, my latest single. Don't ask me what number single it is. I stopped counting after 175. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, man. Yeah. We're talking to our guest, Shockie G. Shockie G. Um, what made you choose that name? That's your stage name. What made you choose that stage name?
Surprisingly, it's my name.
Oh, okay.
Shockie is a nickname for my actual name, and then my last name starts with a G. So
Okay, so you started to put that up. Oh, okay. Okay. And so what would you say the actual theme of your actual work is? You because you put a lot of put I know you should put a lot of stuff into yourself into your that poem, and also do you put a lot of more stuff about yourself into your book?
I do actually. So I with this book, I didn't want to get pigeonholed into the type of work that I did.
Yes.
Because I do write a lot of like social justice and about the Black experience.
Mm-hmm.
However, with this book, what happened is there's four sections. So the
Mm-hmm.
first section handles all of that, the Black experience, social justice. The
Mm-hmm.
second section deals with my family and relationships in my family. The third
Mm-hmm.
section deals with mental health. And then the last section deals with romantic relationships and homosexuality.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Okay. So would you say you're a proud LGBT member? LGBTQIA.
If there is such thing as being proud, yes, I pride is a sin, but
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right about
a
that.
vice. But yeah, I'm LGBTQ. Yes.
That is so cool that you embrace it and that you put it into your work. I give you props for that because a lot of people are afraid of that, but you're not afraid. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to believe that someday my writing will help others um, deal with the experiences that they're going through, and that they can
Yeah,
find solace in my writing. So even when I am scared to write about a topic, I will write about it because there's other people who are going through those situations that need to know that they're not alone.
that's awesome. That is really really awesome, and I give you props. I give you everlasting props for just being who you are, for being Shocky G. It's awesome. It's really really awesome. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number where am I at? The number 9 song comes from Ambrosi. I apologize. Ambrosi. The song is called Viral. Let's get into it. Viral by Ambrosi on Big O's Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, you guys, we did 3 in a row. We did Viral by Ambrosi. Number 8 was The Genius and Chino McGregor. That song was called Look a Girl. And number 7 was Rock and Roll with Complexion. Now it's time to get into the Independent Song of the Week. Independent Song of the Week was just sent to me a couple of like days ago. A friend of mine, Rare Breed, he's also a friend to the show. He's actually on this recording by the group. The group's name is Camp 8 Republic, and this song is called "Be the Change." Let's get into it. Be the Change by Camp 8 Republic featuring Rare Breed on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was Camp 8 Republic featuring Rare Breed with Be the Change. I like that song. Y'all go out and support that song. Oh, I forgot to say go out and support my song too. But anyways, all the songs that you hear, you guys go out, and all the poems that you hear, you go and support it too. You know what? We got time. We got time. I want one more poem from you.
You want one more poem from me?
One more poem from you. Come on, come on, come on with it.
I'll do one that's a little bit more lighthearted that
Okay.
I've been doing. So for my age, I'm considered a millennial, so that's what the poem is about.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I am a millennial, an 80s baby, but a 90s kid, which means if you want to start a fight, just ask me Brandy or Monica, or
Mm,
Brittany or Christina, because I will gladly give you a 10-page front and back dissertation on why it's Mariah Carey. It is
all
Mariah
right.
Carey. We're leaving Whitney to the 80s.
Okay.
Don't ask me about NSYNC or Backstreet Boys because we all know the answer is Drew Hill. Just
All
kidding.
right now.
It's Boys to Men. um, Cisco cannot hold a candle to Wanye, but I digress. Millennials. We were latchkey and no child left behind. We were home before the streetlights, and it's 11 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Hmm.
Talking Blackberry and Sidekick, texts at 10 cents a piece, and free calls after 9 p.m. We were Saturday morning cartoons and plain Cheerios with so much sugar it didn't dissolve. We ain't no holla back girls, and we definitely don't want no scrubs. Millennials, we were told to aim for the sky, but strapped down with student debt. We watched the towers fall and housing prices climb, drafted into the wars on drugs and terror, and lost both. No veterans benefits, just casualties to weapons of mass deception, working minimum wage jobs for maximum hours and called entitled for wanting better, handed trauma like an inheritance, used our broken to cut down generational curses. Our family trees gave birth to hatchets. We will tear all this shit down. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. We
They
say
say it.
things like adulting as what we do instead of what we are, because what we are is a generation of children never given the chance to grow up, just age. Millennials, and it's okay. We're just doing the best with what we've been handed, just like every other generation out there. And the funny thing is, none of us make it out alive. But us millennials, we sure have fun trying.
Wow, that was awesome. That was really, really awesome. Wow, that's from the book, right?
That one is not in the book, actually. It's a newer piece.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow, we got some future flavor out. Oh, okay. That is so awesome. That is awesome. I feel honored, man. Wow. Um, so do you have any shows coming up? Any poetry shows or anything coming up?
Um, I have an open mic that I'm doing the second and fourth Wednesday of every month. So on
Hmm.
October 25th, I will be hosting that. I have Ray Jane on as a feature, who is an amazing poet. I hope you all come out to watch that. I will be competing at Charm City Slam in Baltimore next month, and
Wow.
I'm just doing everything I can to kind of travel and do some poetry. Like that's my plan for next year is to try to get out and travel a little bit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But you guys want to talk more to our awesome guest, Shaki G. But we're going to get in our business a little bit later. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number six song comes from uh, Kevin's. This song is called Legal Dreamers. Let's get into it. Kevin's with Legal Dreamers on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was a number five song. Damon Jr. Gong Marley, and the song was called My Sweet Lord. Now it's time to get into the old school jam of the week. Old school jam of the week is by the birthday woman. Her name is KD Lang. This is one of my very favorite songs by her. This song is called Constant Craving. Let's get into it. Constant Craven, Katie Lang, the old school gem of the week on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the old school gem of the week. Katie Lang with Constant Craving. We're talking to our guest, Shockie G. Shockie G. Now it's time to get into your business. What's going on with your life? What's going on with your love life? Don't get offended. You can don't abstain either because I want to know all about your business. What's going on? What's going on with your personal life?
To be honest, there's not much going on with my love life. I learned in my last relationship that for things to work, you have to kind of love yourself first. So I'm working on self love and taking care of the things that are issues for me personally before going out there and trying to share it with someone else. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, that was to the point. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's cool. That's cool. So I'm gonna let you do something real quick. I want you to give me like I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Give me something. Say something inspirational. Give me 2 minutes of something inspirational.
say,
You want to say to anybody? Say something
um,
that will listen to somebody.
my biggest thing is if it scares you, then you should do it.
Mhm.
Don't go kill nobody, but if it's something that you've wanted to do that makes you nervous, that feels like it's too big, then you should do it. It's a great feeling when you conquer something like that, to kind of see where the human ability is and can go beyond in any situation. So um, that's my way of saying follow your dreams, um, and your dreams should be bigger than you.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That was really, really inspirational. Less than 2 minutes, but hey, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you to the 2 minute mark, but that's all right. That's all right. You said what you had to say. It was to the point. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 4 song is by Yeza. This song is called "Star of the East." Let's get into it. "Star of the East" by Yeza on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, y'all, we did a three in a row for you. We did Yeza with Star of the East. We did number 3 was Beautiful Day by Capleton and Inner Voice. And number 2 was Old School by Stephen Marley. Now it's time to get into the number 1 song. The number 1 song has been number 1 for the past 5 weeks. This song is called See It Ya by Elaine and Dexter Dabs. Let's get into it. See It Ya by Elaine and Dexter Dabs on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah. Um, that's it. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 1 song. See Ya by Elaine and Dexter Dabs. How can people reach you, Shocky?
The best way is through IG. I answer my DMs, so go ahead and slide on in there. Shockie G underscore the underscore poet. Um, that's my best way. I also have my website, shockiegpoetry.com. There's no communication set up on there, so you can't like message me through there, but you can see what I got going on. See some of my merchandise, buy my book, things like that.
Oh, that is so cool. That's so cool. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much to our guest, Shaki G, this week, coming through your person of your word, and I love it. I love it. Love, love, love. I want to say thank you to all the stations that are carrying us, the Block FM, Spotify, recently reunited with Kill Radio, also Vibe, they call themselves SoCal Radio now. Uh, everybody at Apple Music and the Podcast Awards, everybody, thank you all so much. And you know what? This is our 285th show. I can't believe it. We
Woo!
survived. We made it. Wow, 285 shows. Thank you so much for hanging with me for the past 8 seasons. And thank you. Oh, what else? That's all. If you want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI.banjo. And the thought for the week is keep climbing and eventually you will reach your destination. And you know what, y'all? We usually end this with a gospel song. We're going to end this with a gospel song. One of my favorite gospel artists. Her name is Vicky Winans. She's supposed to come out with a new song, but she didn't. But I love you, Vicky. We're going to play her old song. Very famous about her as well. It's called Madly in Love. Let's get to it. Madly in Love by Vicky Winans. God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And you know what, y'all? That's the 30-minute mark. Yeah. Okay. Um, I'm end recording. Okay, so I gotta end the recording. Yes.